You have a question? Oh, yes, I have an answer. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is another episode of Ask James. Let's get to our email. Hi James. This morning, as I was getting ready for work, I noticed a medicine bottle on the counter. I thought it was a weed container and that it belonged to my brother's friend until I saw his name and the name of the facility. I saw the drug name and looked it up. When I saw the description, it's an HIV medication. I didn't know what to do. How do I confront him and tell him that I love him no matter what? Is it wrong for me to ask him about it? I already feel stupid because I Googled the name of the drug. Thank you so much for reading my email. Hugs and kisses. Okay, yeah, let's talk about this because this is deep on a couple different levels. Okay, first thing I'm going to say, you didn't put the name of the drug there. So I don't know what drug it was. So I couldn't actually look it up. Now, I'm going to say this. I absolutely hope and pray that the drug you found was Truvada. Because if it's Truvada, then it doesn't mean anything. What it means, because Truvada is a form of PrEP. They call it PrEP. And there are people who are actually taking Truvada, which is an HIV medication, but it is for PrEP, which is actually, people take it it's like a preventive drug. It actually heightens your preventive rate of actually getting the HIV virus. So I'm praying that it was Truvada that you actually found, which would, there would be a high rate that maybe your baby brother doesn't have anything, that he's, just taking extra steps to protect himself. Okay. So that's the first thing. God, I hope it's Truvada. I hope it is Truvada. But if it's not, just know that one thing, an HIV positive diagnosis is not a death sentence anymore. Okay. So just know that it's not a death sentence. Things have progressed to where people can actually live with the HIV virus and do very, very well. Okay. So I know that doesn't, calm you all the way down, but just know that we are in the it's 2017. It's not 1980, 84 or anything in there. So it's not a death sentence. Okay. The other thing is, and this is where I'm hoping, most times when people actually are HIV positive, they don't usually just have one medication. They usually have a group of medications. So, I'm just being very, very hopeful here. But anyway, so let's talk about you. Okay, because I know you said you want to tell him that you love him no matter what. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool because that's kind of cliche, and we do. You're supposed to love your siblings and that. But how are you really? How are you feeling really? Because me personally, I don't think that I wouldn't want to go and approach a person with what I think I know or what I think I've walked up on. I think it's better if he were to approach you, because if he hasn't approached you, then he ain't ready for the conversation. And I want to be sure that if you do go and approach him, that you're really ready for the conversation. Because I don't want you to, because you're typing to me and you're not actually in the conversation and you're saying, oh yeah, I love you no matter what. It's you know, that whole thing. And then once you actually are in the conversation, then you crumble, because that's not helping him. You know what I mean? And if he actually does have this going on, that's the last thing he needs now, is to be worried about you crumbling and him crumbling too. So I just want you to be really sure that you have yourself in a position that you're able to handle that conversation if you start that conversation. I am actually kind of against it. I just feel like when he's ready, he'll come talk to you. I just, you know, you did a lot anyway. When you stumbled on it and you became Nancy Drew and all of that, because that's one thing. When you're diagnosed with different things, like with cancers and things like that come into play, the doctors generally tell you, stay away from the internet, because you'll get into the internet and you'll start to lean and see everything horrible. So they kind of tell you to kind of stay away from the internet a little bit. But yeah, it's very, very touchy, because this is going to go, that conversation is going to go to a whole lot of different places. I just want you to be clear and certain that you're ready for the conversation if you decide that you want to open up that door to that conversation. And one other thing, which I kind of just pulled from your email, I think that you would be very mindful of this, and I don't doubt that. I don't even need to tell you this, but don't share it with nobody else. Don't share it with nobody else. Don't go as a group. Don't go as a family and all of that. If you do decide that you're going to go talk to your brother, you go talk to your brother. Don't include mama. Don't include daddy. Don't include other siblings and all of that, because he doesn't need an attack, you know, or to even feel as though he's being attacked. He doesn't need an intervention. He don't need any of that. He don't need any of that right now. But I still say, I wish that you would kind of just work on you, process it for yourself, and let him come to you. That's what I just kind of think is the best thing to do, is kind of just, yeah. Again, because the conversation is going to go a couple different directions. And you know it is. And I know you know what directions I'm talking about. That conversation is going to have several different layers, because once we cover this part, then you're going to want to know about this part. Then you're going to want to know about that part. Then you're going to eventually want to know where he got it from and all that. And when you get to the where he got it from, it gets real shitty. So when you embark on that, please make sure that you're ready for whatever the conversation, whatever turn the conversation takes, and whatever curveballs may come back your way. You know what I mean? But again, I'm going to say one last time, I really wish that you would actually let him come to you rather than you go to him. And I know that's rough. I know that's rough. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's a lot. This is a lot. I hope that what I have said here does help in some small way. And again, I am hoping and praying that it's Truvada, and that it's a prep situation, and that there's really nothing to talk about. I thank you so much for writing in. Again, all I can do is I'll pray for you and your family. I pray that it's really not anything other than prep. But if it is, as a family, you all will work through it. You'll get through it. You'll do what you have to do. But just take to heed what I said, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alrighty? Okay, thank you so much for writing in. I'll talk to you later. You have something you need to get off your chest, or something you need some help with? I'll give it my best shot. Send me an email to spillitboy@gmail.com and In the title line, you want to put "Hey James" to make sure that I actually see it. If you don't put "Hey James" in the subject line, I'm not going to see it. It's going to continue to be an issue. So send me an email and we'll talk about it later.